Hello again. I'm sure that we all remember that only 4 years ago, everybody in Britain was being urged to have an injection relating to the COVID-19 virus. Indeed, not just one injection, but any number of them. First in vaccination, then a booster, then a second, third, and fourth booster. Some people working in care homes lost their jobs because they refused to have these vaccinations. Now, though, the situation has reversed, and it seems that pharmacies in this country are besieged by angry people demanding to be vaccinated. The government is refusing to oblige them. Even men and women in their 70s with illnesses such as asthma and diabetes are being told that they cannot have the vaccine. I find this odd and also a little bit amusing. The newspapers today contain accounts of people like this 71-year-old man who very much desires a COVID jab but cannot have it. It seems the only way that people under 75 can now have this once essential vaccination is to pay £100 to have one administered privately. Rather think these people have got into the habit of having COVID injections because, as I say, after the first vaccination, then there was a booster, then there was a second booster, and then it seemed to turn into an annual ritual that people went back and were given COVID injections every autumn. And it's all come to an abrupt halt suddenly, to the dismay of many. I shall have to be careful what I say, for YouTube still have a very strict policy on what they are pleased to call medical misinformation, one which I am anxious not to violate. I will limit myself to observing that I was not one who was wildly enthusiastic about this business, even when the nation was gripped by collective hysteria and fear of death. The idea of being upset because I could not be vaccinated against COVID is an odd one to me. And as for paying £100 for this dubious privilege, well, it is enough to say that I can think of many other uses for £100 rather than that. The COVID affair is not far enough back in time yet for us to be wholly objective about it, and it will, I think, take another decade or two for us to view the matter properly in context. Even at the time, I thought it was more like a psychological event, the South Sea bubble, say, or tulip mania, rather than a medical crisis. And nothing that we have subsequently learned has had the effect of changing my opinion about this. But a few years later, when many people feel they were not given all the facts, there are still those who are so gung ho about it that they are upset about not being given another vaccine. Seems odd to me. I cannot help but wonder how many viewers of this channel are planning to spend £100 in order to have a COVID vaccination done privately.